Aloha, Eric and Tammy. Welcome to your wedding day.
Hello.
We're gathered together today here at Diamond Head Beach to celebrate the gift of love which God has entrusted to you, and to give power to that love by the gift of free choice, which allows you to deepen and mature this very special bond. So if you'll join with me, we'll offer an opening prayer. Equally parcel. Okay, ia, no pala Yehovah e hana'i, e ha'ole ka po a e ila leheleha. Truly, this is the day that God has made for each of us, giving us so much to be thankful, giving us so much to rejoice in. Aloha, he Yeshua, our loving God. We thank you for the love that you entrust to Tammy and to Eric. We thank you for the beauty of the earth that you have sent us to, for the sound of the sea, which is a reminder of how constant your unchanging love for us is. And we pray that the love that Eric and Tammy feel for each other will only grow as time goes on. May the words that we speak take root in their heart. May this day be but the beginning of a life filled with many blessings and joys as they face life's challenges and opportunities together. We thank you for giving us the gift of hope that all things work together for our good when we know to ask you to be our guidance as well. And in all things that we thankful. Marriage becomes a magnificent change in the way you love each other. Remember how you felt when you first realized that you were in love with the other? All of a sudden, all things were possible. Didn't the sky look a little bluer and the grass a little greener? And that's one of the wonders of what love can do for us. It makes all things possible. If you love each other enough, I can promise you that all of your dreams become possibilities. You will always find a way to forgive, to have more patience, to see that there is a solution for every problem. Sometimes you have to be creative, but then again, having a partner helps that to be an easier process. The outward expressions of love, the affection, the patience, the kindness that you show one another, all of these will help strengthen the bonds that you feel one to the other. It embodies all the warmth and the precious values that you already know are an important part of why you love each other. Marriage can become that little island, that haven, that oasis, where you can come apart from the pressures of the outside world and give to each other a time of renewal and hope. Some wise person once wrote that you cannot be totally committed some of the time. And so in marriage, commitment is the foundation, based on faith and hope and love and trust. And I promise you, if you can love each other enough, then everything in life becomes worth whatever the challenge. One of the things that I've learned in life about love is that it's not important to be right. It's not important to have the last word or show how smart you are. That means you'd have to hurt your beloved feelings. What is important is that you have each other. That out of all the people in the world, somehow you found your way into each other's heart and mind, and to share each other's physical presence. And this is quite a blessing. Now, if your parents were standing right here with us, I would look at them and say, who brings Eric to become the husband of Tammy? And who brings Tammy to become the wife of Eric? And perhaps with a few tears as well as smiles, they would say, we do. And so families, we want you to know you're always going to be an important part of their lives. But beginning this moment, they must become first in importance to each other. And so thank you for all that you are, all that you've taught them, even for when you disagreed with them. Because that's really where we first learn how to be in a real relationship with our families. And so may God continue to bless you. Are you ready to take your vows as husband and wife?
Yes.
Eric, if you'll look upon Tammy, and repeat after me, please.
Okay.
I, Eric,
I, Eric,
choose you, Tammy,
choose you, Tammy,
and ask you to become
and ask you to become
my loving wife,
my loving wife,
my loving companion,
my loving companion,
from this day
from this day
to eternity.
to eternity.
I promise I shall love you,
I promise I shall love you,
honor you,
cherish
and respect you,
and respect you,
always.
always.
I shall always be
I shall always be
faithful to you,
faithful to you,
caring for you,
caring for you,
in health and sickness,
in health and sickness,
prosperity and challenge,
prosperity and challenge,
always encouraging you
always encouraging
to
you
be your best.
to be your best.
And with God's help,
And with God's help,
I shall strive
I shall strive
to be patient,
to be patient,
understanding,
understanding,
and forgiving.
I
ask you to become
ask you to become
my loving wife
my loving wife
and accept me
me
as your loving husband.
as your loving husband.
And Tammy, will you accept Eric and his promises?
Yes.
I will.
I will.
And if you'll repeat after me, please. I, Tammy,
I, Tammy,
choose you, Eric,
choose you, Eric,
and ask you to become
my
loving husband
loving
and
husband
companion
and companion
from this day until always.
from this day until always.
I promise I shall love you,
I promise I shall love you,
honor you, cherish and respect you
cherish and respect you
all the days of our lives.
all the days of our life.
I shall always be
I shall always be
faithful to you,
faithful to you,
caring for you
caring for you
in health and sickness,
in health and sickness,
prosperity and challenge,
prosperity and challenge,
always encouraging you
always encouraging
to
you
be your best.
to be your best.
And with God's help,
And with God's help,
I shall strive
I shall strive
to be patient,
to be patient,
understanding,
understanding,
and forgiving.
and forgiving.
I ask you to become
I ask you to become
my loving husband
my loving husband
and accept me
and accept me
as your loving wife.
as your loving wife.
And Eric, will you accept Tammy and her promises?
I will.
Do you bring outward symbols of your love and commitment?
Oops. We'll start there.
In our Western tradition, we give and receive gold bands. Now, when you place them over each other like that, there's one circle and one circle. But in marriage, it's not 1 and 1 makes 2. It's 1 and 1 makes 3. Because see what you create? You create this irregular circle. And that's because it's alive, this love that you have for one another, this relationship that you have created. And just as you'll need to keep your beautiful rings bright and shiny with some polish, the only polish I know of to keep your love bright and shiny, to never take your love or each other for granted, to cherish each and every moment. And so if I may have your hand here, just put this for a moment.
Okay.
And we ask that the Lord who created and redeemed and comforts and protects us fulfill your beautiful symbols of love and commitment with God's strength and gentleness, kindness and compassion, inspiration and protection. Take this ring, place it upon Tammy's head. With this ring, I pledge to you
I pledge to you
all that I am,
all that I am,
all that I shall become,
all that I shall become,
and my heart's devotion and love.
and my heart's devotion and love.
Put your hand over here.
Okay.
There we go. With this ring,
I
pledge to you
I pledge to you
all that I am,
all that I am,
all that I shall become,
all that I shall become,
and my heart's devotion and love.
and my heart's devotion and love.
Aloha ke akua, our loving God. I ask that you continue to be the strength, the foundation of the love that you entrust to this precious couple. I ask that you allow them to look into each other's eyes each morning and each night and to see there reflected that part of you